Straight to the moon, get your ticket now. Everybody line up, get your tickets, we're going. Did you buy the tip? Yeah. Do you like rocket ships? Oh, what a yeah. You wanna try this shit? Yeah. We got everything you need, you better buy some bitty now. Everybody, long live Ponzi. Everybody, long live Ponzi ride. Never short it. Bitcoin's back, alright.
Alrighty people, good morning, welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin chart show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. So without any further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Here we go, rock and roll. Right, moving from left to right, we've got Coolcoin, Bcrash, Genuine Bitcoin, Original Bitcoin, True Bitcoin, Real Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it. It's just Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto envisioned. That's why it's called BSV. And then we got some shit cash at the end there. But here we go. So Peter McCormack will just inform everybody. So, well, why do we call it Coolcoin, Peter?
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. You know, that's why we don't call it Bitcoin, you moron.
It's a completely different project.
Yeah, it's a load of shit. It doesn't even work. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore.
Yeah, because he's nothing to do with the project, because it's nothing like Bitcoin.
Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project. Which
is what he would never want to do, because it's an absolute pile of shit.
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Are you sure, Pete? Because it didn't sound like it to me. Let's have that one more time.
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Oh, really? Okay, right. Well, let's just see if we can get Samson Mao to confirm that. Is that true, Samson Mao?
Yeah, Upstream controls it.
Ah, right. Okay, there we go. Thank you very much for that. What do you say to that, Max?
All right.
Yeah, I thought so. So, Roger, what are you going to tell us about your project?
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yes, you did hear that first. He did say Bitcoin Crash. And Roger, what do you say to all those people who say that, well, particularly international trade and global commerce, who say they need a regulatory compliant monetary system in order to conduct business with?
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Fine, I will, you moron, because I need legal recourse in my trades when I'm trading billions of dollars. And now we've got Bitcoin. So Craig, welcome to the show. Can you tell us your motivation for designing such an amazing system? I mean, what's your goal with Bitcoin?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin.
Wow, I mean that's quite an ambitious project. I mean, is that kind of like is that the basics of it? Is that it?
That's it, and that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
All right. Well, you know, novel project for me. Why not? Let's get in there. Let's help it along. Fantastic. And yeah, we're not going to bother looking at Amaris coin. So we've got hash rate 0.5%, no one knows 1.7, transactions 43.9. Yeah, winning this morning, loving that. And block size 70.7. Great stuff. So now we're just going to have a quick look at the block sizes. But before we do that, we'll have a quick chat with our usual guest on the show, Michael Saylor, because he's always so enthusiastic, you know, about Bitcoin. So Michael, you know, what do you say to all these people that, you know, just simply want to change Bitcoin from its original design, you know, from the way that Satoshi Nakamoto, a.k.a. Craig Wright, designed it? Do you think it should be changed? Should it be effed up so that it doesn't work?
I like Bitcoin the way it is.
Oh, well, so do we, Michael. You know, but I mean, we really like it. How do you compete with that?
In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
All right, mate, calm down. Well, you can't just leave it there. You're going to have to explain yourself. What is it about Bitcoin that you love so much?
The way it's currently constructed it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy.
Whoa, $250 trillion of monetary energy. Where's that going to go?
In big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
Whoa, big blocks. They must be big. What kind of sizes are we talking about?
Maybe the Bitcoin will be 1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something.
Whoa, $10 million per Bitcoin or something. Where's that going to go and how's it going to fit?
Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain.
Love it. Let's have a look then. So megabytes, I've got 11521311437113. Oh, you know, a little bit small for a Bitcoin, but never mind. Let's have a look at Bcrash. They've got two blocks over a megabyte. Oh dear. Oh, and I can see a block under a megabyte on CoolCoin. Having trouble filling all of their blocks today. And Amory, does he have any blocks? I mean, we can completely give up on a megabyte there. Good grief. I mean, he's lucky to get over a kilobyte. Jeepers. Huh. Here we go. Hash rate. Hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Proof of work by network, again, all these shitcoins will fall into their own footprint. Bcrash Bitcoin hash rate, who cares? Bcrash Bitcoin proof of work. Here we go. It's 23,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than CoolCoin, and it's cheaper than any of these other shitcoins as well. But look at that. Look at the profitability. It is 10% more profitable to mine on CoolCoin than it is Bitcoin because that is competition for the coin. Yes, indeed. So block size by network, Bitcoin smashing it. Transactions by network, Bitcoin winning. Transactions per block by network, Bitcoin winning. Yeah, fees USD, that's fees in the block due to transaction volume. So Bcrash has got an issue with transaction prices there. Transaction fees. This is Satoshi fees, same issue. Block reward ratio again. So Bcrash got a problem with fees today. Oh dear, it's not looking good for them. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Let's have a quick look. Let's move this along. Here we go. So we have currently got 382 gigabytes versus 357 on CoolCoin. So we'll just have a let Craig explain what we can expect from Bitcoin in the future. Here we go.
We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks.
There we go. Imagine the entire life history of Bitcoin all in one block. That's what's coming.
We've tested 1 million transactions a second.
Sweet.
And transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes.
Yeah, nice, mate. That's let's just have the conclusion, shall we? Where does it start from? Back here?
Billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Amazing. Let's just check. Oh, look at that. We are now 27 gigabytes in front of CoolCoin. Fantastic. Right, let's have a look at the politics here. So we've got global hash rate 7 days, global hash rate 24 hours. It's changing just because of China are chasing all the miners out of their provinces, I guess. Let's have a look at CoolCoin. Oh, even that looks a little bit different. Mining operations switching it up and changing it down a little bit, but yeah, I mean, still with 96% of all the hash rate on the network, even though it's a load of crap. Bcrash, again, ratios changing due to mining operations. Bitcoin, oh, look at this. Mempool Norpool now with 10.4%. Hathor down to 7.6. Good to see SV Pool on there. And then we've got the three big dogs. Look at that, F2 Pool, Poolin, and BTC.com. Gesturing maybe? Who knows? And then we've got Amory's coin, dear oh dear, via BTC, a massive shitcoiner. But anyway, the reason we're trying to drive all these shitcoiners off the chain is because they're artificially suppressing the price through short positions, which we will look at now. So this is Bitcoin, yeah, still with 91% short positions. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Let's have a look at CoolCoin and their short positions, because if we had been monitoring this previously, we would have been prepared for this massive crash in the price that was coming, because those who were in the know were shorting it. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, short positions going down. Okay, back to sort of 4.4. Interesting. Let's have a look at Bitcoin blocks live. For any newbies watching this, the vertical rectangular blocks shooting across the top of the screen are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. And let me just show you the small world mandala network. There we go. That's what we were looking for. So this is how the Bitcoin network is shaped. So it's an ultra small world network, which just means it can lead to improved topology against malicious attacks. And the size of the network increases. The density of the links goes to 0, making it an ultra small world and highly sparse, respectively. It is a phenomenal network. Yeah, so let's just go back here quickly. So as soon as the transactions are recognized by the mining nodes on the network in the ultra small world network, they're then thrown into the memory pool, which is where they're competed for by miners and payment processors in order to create a block, place the transaction within a block, and then put the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with a Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin. So in this block here, this one there we go. So we've got a 30 megabyte block, and in the highlighted rectangular box below that, we've got the hash of the block height, who it was mined by, size, time, date, transaction count, and total fees in a block. And it's these fees in the block that will eventually surpass the block reward ratio, as the block reward continues to get cut in half every 210,000 blocks, which we shall just let your Laura Shin explain after we've had a quick look at charts. Any movers and shakers? No, always worth checking, always worth checking. Here we go, take the floor, Laura Shin.
So, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer 1, because the number of layer 1 transactions is limited. And right now I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer 2. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
Over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If it is the world reserve currency, there will be very, very many layer 1 transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer 1 to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Yeah, because there can't be many layer 1 transaction fees when it's only got a 1 megabyte block size, you absolute buffoon. Do you think 7 transactions a second is going to service all of this lot? I don't think so. Let's have a look at BitInfo charts. Where are we now? Oh, 11.5. But I mean, what's this? Litecoin. Oh my god. So anyway, we know that all of these coins are absolute shit coins. We're just going to have a listen to the David Schwartz, the Chief Technical Officer of XRP, explaining that XRP is a load of crap.
The XRP is a digital asset. It's censorship resistant. It's publicly traded. It trades on the XRP ledger. Ripple does not own or control the XRP ledger in any way.
Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
So how did Ripple then get all the XRP that it has? It has about half the supply. So just how did that particular transaction happen?
Oh, good question. Yeah, how did XRP end up with half the supply if they didn't create it?
So the way its design works is when the ledger first began operation, the 100 billion XRP, all that will ever exist, were sort of up for grabs. And lots of people grabbed XRP out of that system, but it just so happens that obviously, just like early miners mined, huge amounts of Bitcoin before the public knew about it or was using it, early XRP users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it.
Yeah, remind me to have a look up the economic theory of grabbing. And Ethereum, the developers knowing that it couldn't scale.
It scales somewhat.
It hardly scales at all.
Plans or initial thinking. We knew it wasn't going to be scalable for sure.
Let's have a look at transactions. Just loving this. Always worth keeping an eye on these charts because we're going to see some massive increases very soon. Loving that. Scaling test network. Just checking the figures there. Alrighty. Now let's hear about Terranode from Steve Shatters, just to remind ourselves of what's coming.
We have run this across all 10 nodes, and I have actually seen volumes in excess of 100,000 per second. I wasn't quite brave enough to try that one today, live on stage. But there we have a real-life example of a Terranode that is able to scale. If I had more time, I would show you one that's actually running at a steady-state capacity and show that it actually can continue for a long period of time without any problems.
Beautiful.
For reference, we don't think that the Bitcoin SV software would be able to handle a validation rate like that at this point in time.
And now for the time frame of Terranode.
By the end of this month, we're hoping to actually have alpha versions of Terranode listening on the mainnet. They won't be trying to produce blocks. They'll just be listening and processing peer-to-peer messages. We'll also build, we have built scale testnets, global scale testnets for the Terranode specifically. We can't do this on the scaling testnet because we'll crush it.
Amazing.
Because we have proven that Terranode can scale, we've proven what Satoshi always said about Bitcoin. Bitcoin can and does scale. Thank you very much.
Awesome, Steve. Awesome, Steve. Great presentation. So trends.cash, TDXP up still macking it there. Crypto fights in 25%. Very good. Looking healthy. Loving the look of all these projects coming on board. Very good indeed. Yeah, Crypto Quant, so the exchange is still cashing out their core coin reserves because they know it's a load of shit and it's all this tether printing that's made of pumping the price. Oh dear. What's on chain? What is on chain? Look at all these transactions coming in. Estimated next block size 12 megabytes. Beautiful. Looking at the chains there. This is the memory pool. Yep, data comes in, then it gets cleared. That's what a memory pool is meant to look like. What it's not meant to look like is core coin like a swimming pool. What a joke. Can't clear anything. Needs a massive plug on it. And let's have a look at TX Street to see what the clogging up of the memory pool has done. Oh dear, oh dear. Median transaction fee on Corecoin, $3.66. So we'll just have a word with Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, on his points of view of payment networks.
So, fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee.
Oh, shut up, you muppet. And Vitalik Buterin, so he's got a median ETH transfer fee of 41 cents. So what was that, about 5 cents transaction fees, Vitalik?
The Internet of Money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
So what's 41 cents a transaction in Vitalik? Care to explain? And our own shit show that we're involved in. What do we know about excessive money printing?
Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? Knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us. How are we feeling about it today? Feeling good. 72%. Love it. That's an A star. Morning run. Oh, luckily the volume's only 7,942. But I think this might be actually genuine Bitcoin here, or that they're showing us at the top here. Stay away from the majority of the rest of these tokens, folks. They are illegal securities. Let's have a look at the depth chart. $129. You got 5.4 million asks versus 6.3 million bids. That's all right. That's what we like. Let's have a look at the USD chart. Oh, Bitcoin moving in the right direction. Loving that. Good stuff. Let's have a look at Corecoin. See what that's doing. Oh, sort of shot up and then sort of traveling sideways. Let's compare Bitcoin versus Corecoin. Hey, having some of that. Loving that. That's what we like. That's what we like. Let's have a look at the entire CoinCrap market. Corecoin down 1.9. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up 3.7. We'll take that. And look at that, Theta Fuel. We've got Bitcoin Binance token. Oh my god, like Pancake Swap. People actually invest in these pieces of absolute garbage. Dogecoin, 6 in the coin market cap. Like honestly, it just shows you the mentality of the sort of people in the space that we're dealing with, and just what society is like in general, really. This is why we have the health and safety executive, to stop these people being so stupid and killing themselves. Dear oh dear. And financial regulators and all that. Sorry, that should be for our friends across the pond there. That should be in USD. Where is it? Saw it there. USD, there we go. Back in good old USD. There we go. Let's have a look at my YouTube channels. 575, moving in the right direction. Okay, and let's have a quick look at CoinGeek while we're here, because Kurt Wottuk's video was doing exceptionally well. And here we go. Wait for it to come up. CoinGeek. Here we go. That's the one we want. Kurt Wottuk's video. How's it doing? There we go. What we got here? 2,581 views on that one. Good stuff, Kurt. Great video there with Stephen Matthews. Streamanity. 290 followers. Loving that. Moving up. Loving it. Revenue only 80 cents on yesterday's video. I made over $1 on the CoinGeek TV one. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that. Covers the upload fee. And Twitch. Let's just have a quick look at sign-ups over the last 24 hours at Acorn Stack. Here we go. 31. That's all right. Moving in the right direction. I got 421 followers. Loving that. Let's check out Ruthie's tweet. 967. There we go. Move up to 968. Let's check out our man SirToshi. Here we go. That was 80,000 just yesterday. Now it's back down to 79.4. Dear, oh dear. Alright, and let's take a stablecoin printer, because I heard that Tether were back on the move again. Is it being shown here? No USDT being printed. Oh wow, amazing. Alright, well there we go. Shout out to .NET Debug and Keith Fellows in the house. Thank you for joining me. We're now up to date with the figures. That's all done. 22 minutes. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.sirtoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSirToshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.